into the show. And as I pan around the corner here.
All right, good morning everybody. Welcome to IMTS 2024 in the Haas Automation booth. So our plan here is, we know you guys aren't at the show, but we want to give you the show experience, what new machines we have, what products we got going on. So we're going to take a tour around the booth. Definitely encourage you guys, if you have questions, please enter them in the chat. We're going to try to monitor, answer all those questions. But the main thing we want to do is show you all the new products we have in the booth. So let's start with what's been the newest machine we have, and probably the most exciting one is our UMC 400. So UMC 400, smaller footprint version of our super popular UMC machines. What can I say other than we've taken the great success we've had with our 5-axis machines and put it into a smaller footprint. What we're really chasing here is an entry-level machine tool that gives you full 5-axis capabilities at a super affordable price.
Nice. We've got Nathan here running the machine. Nathan, can you tell us a little bit about this part? What are you running today?
Suspension linkage.
Oh, cool.
It's a cool demo part here. It's a one and done, right? So this is the kind of part where you would tab it off.
Right.
So we're hitting all 5 sides, and then we go in and tab it off.
Nice.
Super neat 5-axis part. Perfect demonstration for what this is capable of.
Awesome. What has the people that are at the show, what is their reaction to the machine in general? People hyped?
Yeah, people love the small footprint. It's 7x7.
Nice.
It's designed to fit in a low ceiling space. And it's awesome for that, right?
Right.
Like Scott said, it's the entry-level machine. It's perfect for that.
Cool.
It's about 25% smaller than the UMC 500, our popular one. What's the feedback you're getting on this?
People love the new control, right? The bigger screen is awesome.
Well, but what's new about it is just the monitor. It's not a new control, just the wider screen.
The new monitor, right? And they love the bezel, carbon fiber bezels in the
And real carbon fiber, because we have an F1 team, so why not have carbon fiber on the machine as well?
Is the phone holder standard? That's a question from the chat.
Well, do we want it to be standard? I think so, because at first, I'll be honest, we put a phone charge, and it was like, big deal. But what's really cool about this one is it's got the motion sensor on it, so it drops it right in there for you.
That's cool, and it's in a nice, convenient spot.
Yeah,
awesome.
Because let's face it, we're all tied to these phones. Why not make it easier to use with the machine?
Cool.
So a couple other features and updates on this machine. So chips and coolant, always the hardest thing to deal with on a machine tool. But what we've got going on here, now I want you to get really close.
Okay.
This is the high flow coolant pump. It's running right now, and you can't hear it. It's almost silent.
Wow.
And now it turned off, so now it's completely silent. But here it goes, it's turned back on. We know the coolant pump noise can be a big problem in a shop, so we're really focused on trying to quiet these down. Also a new chip tray, trying to make the getting and cleaning out your chips that much easier for everyday operations.
Yeah, everybody at the factory has commented on how quiet that pump is.
Yeah, it's sometimes you can't even tell it's running, so it's nice we've made improvements on that. We're always looking to fix every little thing that we can on the machine.
So we got a comment here from Lone Wolf Precision, who actually was the Mega Kit winner, right?
Nice.
What's the biggest effective part you can put on this machine?
What about yay big?
Okay.
I mean, I call the general rule of thumb, you don't want to go over about 80 or 90% of the platter diameter on the machine.
Right.
A lot of it depends with what the reach is that you're going to have with your tools. But the way I look at it is, don't get anything bigger than the platter if you're looking for what's the effective volume that I can work at on the machine.
Okay.
But where UMCs are great is when you have what I would call pretty much square parts. When you start to get to these long, skinny parts, it becomes much more challenging. Did I break the mic?
Nope, you're good. Keep it going.
So hold that thought about long, skinny parts when we get to the VR5.
Okay, awesome.
There's a crowd around the desktop lathe. Let's come back to that one.
Okay.
But what we have here is the compact APL matched up with the mini mill.
Okay, awesome.
What we call the Mini Max. Super affordable package that gets you into simple entry-level automation right from the start. So mini mill, we redesigned that about a year ago. So much more of a true mini VF C-frame style machine. But what I really want to point out on these machines is we're moving towards stainless steel weight covers being standard on all the machines.
Nice.
So this mini mill is outfitted with stainless steel XYZ weight covers.
Yep.
And again, that's going to be standard on the machine. That's not an option. Also just continue the carbon fiber look. So also putting that on the remote jog handle. And why not? It looks cool.
Yeah.
It makes the machines a lot more attractive to work with every day. Again, 19-inch monitor on this machine. Also a color update. Again, seems like a minor thing, but it's time to refresh the machines, give them a more
Convenient
modern,
features on
updated
the
look.
side, that pull-out drawer guy there.
Oh yeah, this is again, we try to make the machines easy to live with every day.
Yeah,
And
that's
having
awesome.
a spot for your tools, the tool holders, and then all the other little bits and pieces that you end up having working with all the tooling.
Awesome.
Okay, there's no one in front of the mini lathe. Let's move back over to there. Guys, I'm gonna slide in real quick. So to go with our desktop mill, we now have a desktop lathe. Simple, easy machine for education. It has a the 6-station turret built into it. Another question?
Yeah, so we had a question. Can you go ahead and bring
Yeah.
that over here again? What automation loading systems can be added to make it a 24/7 run cycle? That's mini mill with APL question.
Well, with the mini mill, not only can it have the APL, you can also put one of our 6-axis robots, a Cobot, or
right.
one of the industrial robots in front of it. All depends on your parts and what you're doing. What's great about the automation solutions that we have is you can run from pallet pools to APLs to robots. It all depends on what your needs are, but that's what we try to offer, lots of different flexible automation choices.
Yep.
Hold that one until we get around to the other side, and we'll be able to talk about pallet pools, robotic pallet loaders, and our Cobots as well.
Great.
But back on the compact lathe, the desktop lathe, again, just a great complementary piece to the desktop mill.
Awesome.
Really for education institutions, schools, high schools, middle schools. We see them using it all around the place and trying to keep the price low and affordable. Just under 10 grand, but it's a full Haas control.
Right.
So it's not an emulator, it's not something else. This is a Haas control, just like we saw on the mini mill, that you can be running here to learn and teach your students.
It's a big deal for students. They're learning on the real deal.
Exactly. It's the exact keypad, the exact button layout, the exact how you power it on, how you zero return it.
So we did have a question about the pricing on these. I'm going to push in on this. All the
go for
machines
it.
here at the show have pricing posted on the front of them. So, and then there's a QR code where folks can kind of check out the website. So yes, pricing posted on the front of the machines here.
Let's come back real quick.
Yep.
But basically, little 5C spindle. It's got a 3-jaw chuck to it, automatic tool turret. So it's a true CNC lathe. You can actually do tool changes on here and whatnot.
Nice.
Okay, next machine. Grab this. So this is our DC1. This is our turret style drill tap machine. Probably push
Let me get
across
it close
over here.
here.
Yeah, I think we're going through some tool changes. So this is a machine that's been missing from our lineup for some time. And again, the great advantage of this one is speed and this turret style tool changer. Lightning quick tool changes. Haas control, sold and serviced and supported by your local Haas factory outlet. And this one we have running with our HA5C. So 4 and 5 axis capabilities are available on this machine.
Super compact machine too. You could probably
Very, very small. There you go.
Okay, yeah, let me get a close up
Tool
here.
changes that fast.
Yeah.
So now we're going through and tapping. I think these are half 13 holes.
Cool. Here's an example of them over here on the side. Oh, okay.
Do we plan to offer toolboxes? Yeah, probably so. So the question was, do we plan to offer toolboxes? Because we saw those are on top of the desktop products are sitting on. Our plan is to offer everything that you need between the 4 walls of your machine shop. So good chip washdown. Even here you can show them the chip washdown out through the back. So this is a machine that loads your parts in the front, clean the chips out at the back. Really focusing on really having a compact machine, because everybody we talk to anywhere in the world now, space is a huge consideration. So we're spending lots of time, particularly for all the products we put together, how do we keep that footprint smaller on those machines?
Yeah, nice.
Now we got an opening here. Let's go look at the laser marker. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, 1900.
James, sell me a laser marker. Why is this so awesome?
So this HL50E.
There you go, hold that.
So this is the HL50E fiber laser marker. It's a pretty sweet machine because it's super simple, and for 13K you get everything that you see here. You get the full enclosure, you get the light-safe glass, you get the Windows 11 PC with Lightburn included into it, and you also get the fume extractor in the back. We went with fiber because this is able to mark a bunch of different materials. We're just running a bunch of aluminum blanks here. I'll start another demo real quick for you.
Oh, cool.
So I'll just grab a couple parts here.
Hey James, roughly speaking, what's the size of a part that we can engrave on here?
That depends on the lens size you're using. So your
Okay.
workpiece size, if you're using the f160 lens, you get a 110 by 110 millimeter work area. And if you use the f290 lens, you get a 200 by 200 millimeter work area. So here's the demo if you want to check it out. I basically press the foot switch to get the frame screen started. It'll tell me the rough boundaries of my program that I set in Lightburn. I'll close the door for the safety door feature, and I press start, and it goes. This one's about 1:30 cycle time, and I've had some success on different color cards, some 6061 aluminum, and some mild steel, but this is capable of doing carbide, stainless steel, granites and stones, as well as most harder plastics. I was also able to get some good results doing some rust cleaning there. I basically just stepped down between 25, 20, 15, 10, and 5% power.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, super sweet machine, and for 13K you get everything that you see here.
What is the lifespan of the laser head?
So the laser head lasts for about 100,000 hours, and really that makes it so the only maintenance item on this machine are your 4 filters for the fume extractor. You got 3 that you have to replace monthly, and 1 of them that you replace weekly.
Great. Thanks, James.
Right on, thanks James. Appreciate it. So one thing that's great about the laser marker is that's available through your local Haas factory outlet, or you can buy it online. So really, again, our goal is we want to be able to provide affordable solutions for anything you need in the shop. Now, we talked about the DC one. Let's look at the DC2. Just a larger travel version of the DC1. Turret style tool changer available. I should have mentioned these are both 30 taper machines.
Okay.
These DCs. We are working on 40 taper versions of the DC1 and the DC2, both with the turret style tool changer.
Got it. Awesome.
So when we were back at the UMC 400, so that was a great question about, hey, what size parts can I make on a UMC 400? UMCs, again, are mostly for cube work envelopes, square work envelopes. What we have here is our new VR5 that we brought. And if you come down to this end, Sam, let me get you to slide out of the way. This is our 5-axis head on a VF5 platform. Yeah, I thought we'd be able to see a little well in there. So this is our medium frame machine, but with a full dual axis articulating head in place of the standard spindle. So this is a BT30 tool changer, up to 24,000 RPM. And questions getting asked here is, hey, what type of work envelope do I have here? Think long rectangular parts, because now you have this long X travel, and as you can see from this part here, you can actually get work at both ends. That's one thing you can't get with a UMC, is long skinny parts where you can work all 5 sides of that machine. How much longer do we have in the cycle time?
Cycle time?
Yeah, how much longer do we have here?
20.
How much longer do we have?
Longer?
Yeah, here's an example of that part. And just hold that.
Awesome.
Roughly.
About 4, 5 minutes.
Okay, let's see if we can come back.
Okay.
When you get done with this section, we'll leave it open so we can come take a look at it. Okay, then behind you here, actually, did you guys cover the coolant sanitizer?
We did not talk about that yesterday.
Okay.
No.
So, problem every shop has is coolant, and stinky coolant, and maintenance of coolant. So we have that same problem in our shop. So worked on a solution that can actually come through and keep that coolant clean inside of the coolant tank. And what we've come up here is this simple, what we call the coolant sanitizer. It's basically an ozone generator that lives down here in the coolant tank. See if you can come around so you can actually see this one. The coolant here is pretty clean because the sanitizer's been running. Come down over the top and you can see here's this ozone generator inside of here that actually works to help keep that coolant as clean and as sanitized for as long as possible. You can flip around here. This is an empty coolant tank. So this is the unit that sits inside of here, just a simple box. You set up your timers on how you want it to run. It's a minor thing, but it's to help solve all those problems that every machine shop's got.
Yeah.
And that's what, we're a machine shop as well. We're always trying to solve our solutions, so why don't we help customers solve theirs?
Yeah.
There you go.
Exactly.
Okay, so the machine that this one's hooked up to, this is one of our new turning centers. Hey Bill, can you guys stop this thing so I can pop it open for me?
Scott, we got a question about the coolant sanitizer.
Yeah.
Can it be used on older machines?
Oh, absolutely. As you saw, well, maybe we didn't show it well enough. That's why there's the question. The unit just sits on a magnet here, so you can drop it into any coolant tank that you need. The box, and those are strong magnets. Just pop it to where you need.
Got it.
Plug it in, set it up, away you go. So
That's
yeah,
great.
absolutely.
Fantastic.
Okay, so one of our new turning centers. Come around here, because this is where the fun is.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Large swing lathe with Y-axis. So now we have a BMT 75 Y-axis lathe. But this is on our new short bed lathe. So now 15-inch chuck machine, but now available in a smaller footprint, but still with those same big swings, just a shortened up Z travel. Y-axis is available on our standard lathe, our standard 15, 18, 22-inch lathes, and in a long bed version, which gives you up to 80 inches of travel.
So you mentioned the 15-inch chuck. What's the largest chuck that we could accommodate on this machine?
On this machine, it would be the 15-inch chuck, but we have the ST55 version, which has a A120 spindle nose, and I think this thing will swing up in the high 20s.
Okay.
We need to tell people to not ask me questions that I don't know at the tip of my tongue. So let's filter those out.
Okay, we'll do that.
But if you go to haascnc.com, all the specs, everything you need to know about the machines are listed there. We want you to have all the information you need at your fingertips. There's a lot of it. This machine also stainless steel weight covers as well.
Yep.
But again, the nice large BMT 75 live tooling.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Really nice machine.
So
I mean, just good, clean lines, good, strong, solid construction. We're really happy with this one.
Just to go back to the DC real quick, we had a question that might seem maybe like a kind of more of a basic question, but it's a good one, I think. What's the difference between a DC and a VF?
Biggest difference would be the tool changer style.
Okay.
So the tool changer style on those DCs is that turret style tool changer. So a lot quicker tool changes because the tool is right there and it's just a spindle head movement to change the tool out.
Got it.
A lot faster rapids than a VF, but also a more compact footprint.
Right.
Again, those are going to be machines that you load in the front and you clean chips out the back.
Okay, awesome.
So probably the biggest difference there, if I'm doing a lot of high volume production and my cycle time is really critical, a DC would be the machine I'd look at first.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, let's do a 180 here. So EC400. Nothing new per se on this EC400, other than we do have a new camera mount system that we're working on. So if you look above
Excuse me,
the
I'm going to
control-
duck in here real quick, guys.
So
Oh,
we
yeah.
actually have a camera that we're offering that can be mounted in the machine, and what's nice is you can mount it wherever you need, but now be able to see that hard to see part of the machine tool. Maybe it's on the back side, and if you come over here, Frank, you can see there's the camera up in the top.
Right.
Looks like they're gone fairly. So this one running one of the tombstones we have available from the Haas sales, HaasTooling.com. This is one of the tombstones that we offer now, loaded up with some of the Kurt work holding vices, the dual station vices.
That's awesome.
But we also worked with Kurt and developed this new tombstone that we have over there. So we've been working with Kurt very closely, great partner to have, and they've come up with this integrated tombstone system where the vices are actually built into the tombstone riser, which means that the weight of this unit is less, still incredibly stiff, so you can load more parts, so you can maximize that pallet capacity.
Nice.
One question we did have was, is the camera monitor system standard? It's standard on some of the larger, how would you describe it? Machines with visibility problems, like the double column machine where you need to see on the back side of the part. It's standard on that. Standard on VRs where you need to see the parts that are a bit more complicated, but we'll make it optional on other machines.
Okay, cool.
That's part of what we're looking for is feedback and what do people think of those camera systems. So
Yeah, exactly.
if you got the comments, let us know, drop us emails, or reach out to your local Haas factory outlet.
And those comments always do make it back to the engineers.
Oh, they absolutely do. That's one of the biggest places that we look for feedback on the machines is the customers.
Yep.
That's where most of these designs come from, is what do you guys need? In fact, let me show you one that came from direct visits to the field and seeing what people were doing with our machines. I'll slide you over. There we go, you're good. So this is a new model, barely a month old, just released here at IMTS. It's the TL1P, and the P stands for the production version of this machine. And what we saw some people doing out in the field was actually adding their own rotating union and hydraulic power unit so that they could have an automatic, right in the middle of the cycle, awesome. Right now I can tell you every applications guy in the booth is freaking out because the sales guy's touching the machine. HFO's watching, they're like, they're not supposed to touch the machine, don't let them. Tell me I'm wrong, apps guys, I know you're freaking out on me right now. So now, there's an actual power chuck on this machine, foot pedal.
Oh yeah.
So now, turn the TL into a production machine. You've got just 2 or 3 tools that you need to run. You need to be hand loading this machine. So why not make a production version?
Right.
Production version includes, again, the rotating union, a hydraulic chuck, a hydraulic power unit, 4-station tool turret, and the 3,000 RPM spindle option.
I think it's very cool. You got the little probe on there.
Yep.
Nice.
That's right, stopped right in the middle of the inspection.
Oh, got it.
They're gonna be
Okay.
irritated with me, but that's all right, such is life.
Yep.
But 44,995, a small footprint, super simple machine when you need to just do 2 or 3 tools.
Yeah,
and
that's
this
awesome.
is, again, a direct feedback from the field. Saw a lot of customers doing it, thought, well, why don't we put this solution together for them?
Yep. Should we talk about the grinder?
Yeah, I'm trying to look for the apps guy to let him know, hey man, I stopped your machine midway. Okay, also from the page of, hey, things customers have been asking for, things customers have been looking for.
Question about the TL
Sure.
collet chuck. Is that going to be an option on the TL1?
Well, that's what we want to know. That's
Yeah.
the feedback that we're looking for. We thought to start with just the 6-inch power chuck because we know what it is. It's off of existing machines. It's the same spindle that comes out of the ST10. So let's go with what we've got, get it out there.
Yep.
But you can absolutely change it to a collet chuck. Take off the chuck. It's an 825 spindle nose.
Right.
Get your drawbar adapter. Pop on whatever type of collet chuck you're after.
That's good. Good question.
All right, so the grinder. I mean, let's keep it simple. Everybody needs a grinder, so why not buy one from Haas? Why not buy one from your local Haas factory outlet? You're gonna get the same support and just a super simple grinding setup. We've actually been using this one for almost a year, not this exact one, but for about a year in our factory to make sure we liked it. And these rotary table bodies that you see here being ground are what we've been running in the factory. So really super simple, super capable machine.
Nice.
And so this one we're selling for $34,995. Nice chip filtration. I mean, all of this comes with the machine. Magnetic chuck. Power feed on XYZ.
Yeah. Does it program step over and plunge?
Yes.
That's from Ken Potts.
Yes,
Okay.
the control that's on there is not the control that we're going to be shipping with, but it does have program. It can be programmed on all those axes.
Awesome.
Okay. In the same vein of, hey, every shop's got one. Why not buy it from Haas? Is the knee mill.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what just about everybody started on in some version or another. So found a very, very capable knee mill. Let's see if we can pop around to the other side.
Okay.
Slide you over. So what we looked at is if we're going to do a knee mill, let's do it the right way. Let's make sure that it's completely configured for how a shop would want. Power feed on X, a DRO for XYZ. It's not on this machine, but we'll be selling it. Pneumatic drawbar, variable speed spindle, coolant system, automatic lubrication, all the stuff you need. Let's not nickel and dime with this one. Let's just give a really capable, super simple knee mill. And again, sold, serviced, and supported by your local Haas factory outlet.
Awesome.
Okay, TMOP, so again, production version of the toolroom mill. Not a lot to shout about on this one. What's this question? Will it include a DRO coming back to the new mill? Yes, it will. Again, this was a unit that we just got together for the show, so it doesn't show it here, but it'll have a complete box here for your power, your E-stop, your spindles, spindle powered, but also with DRO on all 3 axes, including on the quill.
Cool.
Okay, TMOP, we've covered this. Let's go to the sheet router. Hey guys. So the new sheet router, we released this just a month or 2 ago. I think we've already sold out of the ones that we've got, and we've got more coming. This is an awesome little machine.
We're going to pass the microphone off. Let's do that.
Yeah. Morning, Lucas.
Hey, morning.
Sell me a sheet router.
Just put that in your pocket. Separate power source for the DRO?
No, all run through the same power. Plug in the machine, runs it all. That was a question back on our email. Should I tell him he's live or not?
He's live.
Okay, you're live. Go for it.
Morning, guys. You're looking at our prototype SR3015. We got an 18,000 RPM spindle, ER32 collet. This is the bare bones model. We have a single tool. You can fit a 5x10 sheet. We're working on an 8-pocket tool changer and a vacuum table. Come in standard is our chip evacuation. It's getting sucked into those bags. It's all M-code programmable. Closed loop motors, simple helical rack and pinion on XY, and a ball screw on Z for your rigid tapping. And yeah, all those bare bones comes out to $24,995.
Now you're saying bare bones, but it does come with this dust extraction system,
Yes,
right?
standard.
Okay, cool. T-slotted table, standard?
Yep.
Okay. Now tell us about the production version that you guys are working on.
Yeah, so we'll be offering a couple more options as far as the vacuum fixture and an 8-pocket tool changer, wine rack style. Let's see.
So that's going to jump to how many tools on that tool changer? And again, we're talking about an SR3015P production version, which means tool changer, faster spindle, bigger spindle.
Yes, sir. 8-pocket.
8-pocket tool changer. Okay. But again, there's been questions. We will have vacuum table options for this machine.
Yes, sir.
All right, awesome. And other sizes? Bigger X's,
Other
bigger
sizes?
Y's?
Absolutely. We're going to deck this first model out, see how we do, and then expand from there.
All right, awesome. Any questions we're getting on the 3015? Okay. All right, cool. Thanks,
Okay,
Lucas.
Thanks, guys.
So, VR8. This is one of our larger 5-axis machines. HSK spindle. Show the machine, not me. People don't want to look at me. I don't want to look at me. So much larger and more robust version than that VR5 that we saw, BT30 on that machine. This is an HSK 63 spindle, dual support on both sides of the head. Large travels, again, large rectangular parts is what this machine's good for. So other things to point out on this machine, if we come around to the side here.
Yep.
So we're air cutting, come on in. But chip washdown on this machine over here. So get down there you go. So you can't see this in some of the other machines we're going to go look at, but we're including this type of chip washdown. Again, flush the chips off the weight covers in the back, down into the pan, and then get it down into the auger trough.
Which
here.
other machines can I get that on, Scott?
It's going to be on, well, basically all the VFs.
Okay, cool.
But we're just showing it here for the first time. We'll try to get in and show it on the VF 2 and 4
Okay.
when we get around to the other side of the booth. But this really gives you an idea of the travel and capability of this machine tool. Been really happy with this. We've updated this machine to this dual supported, dual brake size. All right, let me get this down. And we were air cutting, so don't everybody freak out. We didn't violate any safety rules. There you go. Okay, let's move down to this. Again, talking about coolant problems that every shop has. Coolant maintenance, it's always a pain. Getting, remembering to go change the coolant, having a way to go change the coolant, having to pull the coolant tanks out, it's a pain. So this was an idea of why not make a coolant cart to make it easy to do coolant maintenance. So there's a pump at the bottom, be able to pump out your 55-gallon coolant tank, run your coolant sanitizer through the coolant while you have your tank now empty, pulled out. You can clean out your coolant tank. We run it through this filtration system. So let's go. I don't have a coolant tank. Run it in your coolant tank, flip on the pump, run it through the auxiliary coolant filter, fill this guy back up, and then when you're done cleaning out your tank, drop the coolant right back into the machine. This is a problem every shop has, coolant maintenance. So we're trying to bring you simple, affordable solutions to help make life a little bit easier in the shop. Okay, more new stuff here. So this is our 50 tapered VF3 YT. Small footprint 50 taper machine, but what's really cool here is this new rotary table that we have. So this is our LT350. Large through bore rotary table, compact footprint, so that you can get a large part chucked up on a machine without having a massive rotary table when all you're really trying to do is hold a large pipe or a large shaft. We want to make that a simple operation to be done on a smaller footprint machine. I hope you guys notice there's a bit of a theme. Small footprint, small footprint. Shops are just getting more and more squeezed. It's not as easy to expand the real estate space and everything you need. Also, stainless steel weight covers on this machine, all the way around.
Awesome.
All right. And here, I think this really, you can get an idea of the size of a part this rotary table will hold. All right, let's move over to Cobot. So what you're showing there is the DS30Y, our dual spindle lathe, but running with our new 30 kilogram Cobot. So we now offer Cobots at 30 kilogram, 15, 10, and 5.
Nice.
Let's pass around to the other side and you can probably see. What makes our automation solutions different than everybody else? They're set up and programmed and run completely through the Haas control. Get it?
Oh yes, a cool shot at one of the templates.
So now, instead of having a third-party robot controller that's necessary to program just the robot motions, then you got to make the robot controller communicate with the machine tool. We built it all into the Haas control. So now, answer the question. Hey, look up here on the monitor.
Oh yeah.
No, go up. There you go. And now we're doing a part handoff on this dual spindle right now. Again, the same camera system that we saw over there on the EC400, we've got it here on the dual spindle lathe. Really useful on a machine like this where these operations for safety, you've got to keep the door closed. Now you can see that backside of the operation.
Yeah, we're
see if we're going to get a part
crossing over
here.
100. Okay, crossing over 100 folks in the stream. Keep those questions coming.
So robots are fairly easy to program because they're effectively used as a pick and place machine. They're going to pick up a part from a known location, they're going to load it to a known location, pick up from one location, drop it back off. So you just have to teach very few points with the robot. Setup's really quick, changeover even faster. It's where everything's going.
Especially with those templates that really walk you through everything.
Exactly. Answer the questions, move along. And you'll notice the parts trays there are adjustable in the size so that you can get the nesting correct for whatever size part that you're running. Did we break the beam? Oh, he's resetting it up. Ah, the magic of trade shows. Okay.
It's live. I mean,
it is.
Exactly.
You're seeing how the sausage is made.
Hey, look, there's a Cobot kit here.
So this Cobot kit, this is our 15 kilogram Cobot kit. Okay, here, once you run around to the side, you can get the changeover going.
Excuse me. Let's see if I can step in here without hitting the beam.
We'll be doing RPL shortly. So one thing too with our Cobot and robot kits is they're sold as a complete package. It's not just the robot by itself, but like this kit here for $43,995 includes your light curtains, your dual gripper, a flip station on the other side, and we even include a pallet with it So you can figure out how you want to set up your system before you start drilling into the floor, or you can leave it on the pallet full time. So just trying to make things simple and easy. We want to make it easy button.
Get the table
Or
with the templates.
Everything.
Yep.
Everything you see here is included in that package. And what's great is you can set this up yourself. You can have your Haas factory outlet help you set it up. It's customizable to what you need.
Yep.
Okay, we'll see another Cobot again on a vertical as we go back around the booth. So our CNC 18 here, still offering the low financing. I don't know how much longer we keep doing 0% for 60 months, but we're going to keep doing it.
Nice.
Okay, let's head on
And
around
financing,
this way.
I can apply that financing to tooling or...
Tooling, machines, robots, anything that we sell. So
Okay, we're gonna
going to
question
loop
here.
through the booth here.
One question here.
Okay, what do we got? Okay, let's go this way while I look at it. What is the best results when using a Cobot? 3-jaw chuck or collets? Kind of depends on the parts you're using. If you're loading in the raw stock, I would definitely go with the 3-jaw chuck. You get a little bit more stroke out of the jaws, so you can deal with more part variation. So I'd go 3-jaw chuck. That's why turning centers are the easiest machines to automate. They have built-in work holding solutions there. On the mills, which we'll get to in just a second, we offer a number of different pneumatic work holding for your vices that you need. So let's come back around. I don't know how disoriented it might be, but we started here at the UMC 400, went down through the booth, looped through this aisle, and now we're going to go up this other side.
Yeah, something like 30 plus machines in the booth now. We've not even touched half of them or so, right?
Well, I guess it's as long as we want to go,
It's
right?
okay, let's keep going. We got a lot of folks in the chat still.
Okay, so now we saw the Cobot system. Yeah, why don't you push in, I'll talk. So we saw the Cobot system over there for the ST20Y. This is the same Cobot system, but now set up for a mill. If you swing around to the side, why don't you go to the side window of the machine? Are we going to unload here?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so the device just went through the air blow. You can see the chip washdown system here. Rotate your camera around this way down.
Yeah,
and now you can see, okay, now watch the robots that's coming in. So this is our pneumatic vices that are used. You can see the copper lines there that are used to blow off those jaws. And that's probably, in automation, that's the biggest trick, is dealing with chips and coolant. Making the robot go from one point to another, pretty straightforward. We make that easy with the template system. But it's getting the chips out of the way. This spring that's loaded into the spindle here is going to come down, apply downward pressure. You see the jaws cycle, and we're going to make sure that that part is seated in the right location.
Cool.
It's all these little elements that get added in that really are the trick to giving you unattended operation.
That's awesome. So we had a question here from a guy who was asking, how would he purchase one of these, or how does he make a purchase in Colombia? Do we have...
Yeah, Colombia, reach out to his local Haas factory outlet, and we can deal with that.
Okay.
Yeah, not a problem. Go to the website, find your dealer in the upper left hand or the upper right hand corner, and away you go. So now this is coming through with the probing cycle, just verifying, yep, it got loaded. And sometimes people will see this and, you know, they're going, my God, look at this slow cycle time, I gotta wait.
Yeah.
But you're not waiting, you're off doing something else. You're loading another machine, you're quoting another job, or better yet, you're having a cocktail and you're at home and the machine's here running, making money for you.
Exactly.
So now we verified the parts here and away we go.
That's great. So yeah, a link just got posted in the website in the chat where to go to find your local HFO.
Awesome. Right on. So again, just as you pull back from this, really lets you see, again, this is a complete system. This is the 10 kilogram Cobot. The one we saw in the ST20Y was a 15, but this one's 29,995. And again, it is the pallet, the light curtains, a flip station, a dual gripper, the Cobot, the parts table, everything that you see here. And again, it doesn't mean that you have to use this system with the light curtains exactly here on this pallet. You can adjust it to whatever you need.
Okay, great.
Why did we make the controller black? I'm assuming we're talking about the carbon fiber pendant, because why not? It looks cool. And it's actually, this is real carbon fiber.
Yep.
It's a really just nice texture, nice feel on the machine.
And a little bit of a touch from the motorsports component also making
absolutely.
its way over.
We have an F1 team, let's make use of it.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've talked Cobots here. Which one am I looking at? So the question, I'm just going to read it aloud and see what we get here. I'm trying to convince my boss a robot is worth the money. Any advice on getting him over the finish line for his sale? He thinks robots are only for million part runs. Man, that's an awesome question. Let's come, okay. Great question with that, because man, I got to be making a million of something. When you see this type of a solution here, trying to get you to slide over for a second. This type of solution is what I call one program, many parts. So you're going to set this one up to run 50, 60 parts. Definitely, whoever asked that question, if you go to our website and go look at the robot pages, we've got a video that actually compares a guy running like he would at a normal job shop. I think it's a 100-part run or something we do, and comparing how long it takes from setup of the robot, setup of the machine manually, and how many more parts that you can run. And what you start to see is the amount of labor hours that you put in a day, 8, 10, 12 hours, but you're going to get more parts out at the end of that run because the robot is running unattended after you maybe spend an extra hour or two to set that up. But with all the focus that we've put on simple setup, consistent setup, you go from it looking like a 3-day setup to being able to set up in 3 hours with a Cobot is not uncommon. Yeah. So I would definitely say watch those videos, but also from the standpoint of, man, I don't have to run a lot of the same part. Let's go look at this other machine next to us here.
I will post a link to that video in the comment section.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So this is our UMC 500, but what's different about this one, pan around quick to the robot. Nobody wants to see me. So now you have a robot loading pallets. So now if you look at the pallet, there you go. So now treat this where now you have the standard manual work holding like everybody's used to, but now it's loaded up onto different pallets. So if you look at this pallet rack over here, now you could run many different jobs with every location having a different part program associated with it. So you could run many single jobs or many of the same job. You now have the flexibility to adapt to whatever your needs are. So now this Fanuc robot has loaded that pallet. Now the machine's going to go through and do its thing. Treat this like a pallet loader. So from the Haas control, you could call up pallet A4. A4 would be pulled from the rack, moved over to the load station, and you could load and unload the parts. Now reload the, have it, move it back into the rack system, and away you go. So this is the most flexible if you're in a shop that runs many of the same part or many parts that's only one or two.
It's essentially like a mini FMS.
Exactly.
Question about maximum part size for this part loader?
Maximum part size would be, well, depends on, really it's going to start with weight. 25 kilogram robot. So that's what's going to dictate how much it can pick up, which is going to be a function of the pallet, the work holding, and the part itself. But roughly speaking, this thing could do, you know, what's that, about a 10 or 12 inch cube? But what's interesting is the way we've got this set up is if you have a larger part, you can move this workstation, get rid of this one, move this workstation over and have a slightly longer part that hangs over that. So this one has adaptability where you set up these stations as you need. So it's that flexibility. Oh, there you go. You can see it's loading, pulling out that pallet. So a question we had was, hey, can this robot interface with multiple machines? Not right now. What we're focusing on, because the way we do automation is different than just about everybody else, the cell controller is the machine tool itself. So right now we're trying to perfect single robot, single machine, and then we can move into single robot, dual machines because we've got to work out communication between the two machine tools, but that's something that will be coming here in the near future.
And, you know, this looks like there might be a little bit of like complexity in terms of programming or setting it up, but even me, like as a video guy, I was surprised how easy it was to set it up. It uses the templates, it walks you through everything, it is really simple.
It's very straightforward because all this bit of motion you're watching right now, you don't have to program.
Right.
None of this is programmed by the operator, the setup guy. It's simply a, where's my location on the pallet rack, and now load it in because there is a zero clamp system on the bottom that's pulling it in.
Yeah, so this question has come up a couple times. How much user I/O do we get with Cobots?
Everything that's required to operate the machine as we have it set up here.
Yeah, okay. Up and through.
Okay.
And I want to apologize. I think I got the Lone Wolf manufacturing wrong.
Okay, so now pan back around to the machine. Let's go to the front. Let's go to the work.
Okay.
Let's go to the operator door. Be aggressive. Just push in.
All right,
there.
here we go. Camera guy.
Just run over the top.
Excuse me, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. So what you can see there, that black,
That plate there.
that plate is designed with the pneumatics to actually hold down that zero clamp system on the underside, and that's the locating point. So you're not having to teach the machine to come to that point for every single pallet.
Exactly.
That's a repeatable location. The wrist is a repeatable location. The storage location is a repeatable location.
Yeah.
And let the machine go take you from point to point.
Yeah, you're really only recording 3 points. This machine, this part here, the pallet loading area, and then the wall, and you're good.
So a question was about adding the RPL to larger UMCs, and absolutely. The 500's been our most popular size of UMC, so we've started here, but 750 and probably even the 1000 will have a robot suit. There you go, you see the wrist coming in.
Yeah, we've got a question about the chip van.
Yeah. Go to HaasTooling.com, order it up. We sell that chip van complete with the tool holder, be it a
HSK,
Cat 40, Cat 50, whatever you need. We'll walk through the tooling here in a second. Okay, so it's back over here.
Okay.
So load station, just like we have from our other pallet loading machines.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is robotic pallet loading. This is more, oh, here you go, come in, we're about to swap out a pallet. So this is the more traditional pallet loading machine. So what we have here is a VF4SS, and off to the side is our 5+1 pallet pool. And right now it's bringing in one of the pallets. And I'll rotate around and then shuttle it right down onto this clamp plate. So what you're hearing there is the air that's making sure we're blowing off any chips that might be hung up, so that when this pallet moves into place, that entire plate is going to clamp down and hold that pallet securely in location. Now, side window closes, and away we go and start running the machine tool. You can see in the back there, this one has that chip wash down as well.
Oh yeah, that's right. Nice.
So we have the Y-axis chip wash down, then the back side down into the pan. This is the multi-auger and conveyor chip system. So there's actually 4 small auger screws on each side that feed a conveyor. So if you look down here, I don't know if it'll come around to you. Yeah, you can't see it as well. But what you can't see is the business end where it all comes out.
Yeah, so dual augers on either side, and then out here, chip conveyor. I'm gonna run around the corner while Scott's looking at the chat, and I'm gonna dip the camera over the top of this pallet pool wall so we can see.
So now here's the pallet pool itself. So again, 5 stations here, 1 for the load station. And yeah, it's a big footprint, but realistically, this could easily produce the work of 4 machines in about a machine and a half footprint. So treat it just like you would your regular VF4. You've got your parts you can load in, chip removal down here at the bottom.
Yeah, it's a great package. Awesome.
So with this VF4, okay, why don't you come back to this side real quick, because we had another question.
Okay.
I do want to answer it. Somebody asked a question about, hey man, the VF2 looks like a new generation. Not a new generation, but an update on the color of the machine, the decals. Again, this has the 19-inch monitor, carbon fiber control, phone charger. Also, very soon we'll be including 2 air guns with the machine, the normal standard short one and this long one. Use what you need for your shop. We're trying to make life easy. for operators of machine tools. But nothing's really changed on the machine other than this the monitor update, the control pendant update, but it's still the same VF2, VF4 that we've been building for years. But the super speed versions of these machines are going to be going from 1400 inch-a-minute rapids to 1600 inch-a-minute rapids. That'll be happening here in the next couple of months. We're also going to be offering an 18,000 RPM spindle on these machines, an HSK or a CT version. So 18,000 RPM, 1600 inch-a-minute rapids. That's some of the performance updates on the super speed machines. Before we go tooling, let's finish on machines.
Sounds good. Yeah, sneak peek of the tooling area. Always very busy part of the booth.
So ST15Y bar feeder, tried and true operation. We're going to go around the back side of the machine. But what's super cool on this machine is a new feature that we've been including with bar feeders, which is an integrated bar chamfer device. And now, there we go, I'm gonna grab a bar.
Ah, here it is.
So what we have here is, these machines just perform better when you just have a slight chamfer to help it load into the spindle liner. So what we've included is a simple bar chamfer device. Slide back over there because I'm gonna hit the foot pedal. Pop it in place. There you go.
Oh, yeah,
Put a nice chamfer right there on the end of your bar.
Nice.
So as you're loading them up, throw a good chamfer on the machine or on the bar.
And again, that just goes back to the kind of another overall theme, which is let's make your life easier.
Make life easy. Man, it's hard running a machine shop. It's hard making parts. Let's do everything we can to make it simple for you.
Yep.
So the bar chamfer device, it's been standard on the bar feeds for a couple of months now. All right, let's go finish up the machines. Morning.
Do you want to ask that operator that question about the bar? Thank you.
Come on, Frank, keep up.
However.
I'm gonna come in over your left here. So UMC 750. Our first universal machine we brought out about 10 years ago. A couple of simple upgrades that we've added to this machine here for the show. It's got the camera, so you can, again, really useful on a machine like this. When it gets hard, you get a lot of blind spots. This also has one of our new style conveyors. So this is a drag style conveyor. Get up over the top so they can see down into the conveyor there.
Okay. Oh,
So
yeah.
now lots of heavy chip removal. Get the chips down to the bottom, and it's a drag style conveyor. We call this our filter conveyor to help you get those chips out of the machine. That's always the toughest thing to deal with on these UMCs. The other thing with the 750 that's got a neat feature here is, let me go here.
Oh, yeah.
So all UMCs have this feature on the side where you can mount a vise for either your prep or your final cutoff at the end. The 750 really gives you a lot of room to be able to work with these vices on the side in addition to your 5-axis work that you have there on the platter. So between the UMC 750 and 500, these are our two most popular UMC machines that we have. Make sure you check the setup and mess with it. Okay, probably the most interest we've got on anything new here is a bandsaw. Again, every shop needs a bandsaw. Why not buy it from us? Why not buy it from your local Haas factory outlet? So $28,995. This machine has, I think it's 12.5 inches by 12.5 inch cutting capacity. This software that's over here though is what's really cool. Super simple, easy to use software. Answer the questions on the screen. There's your setup. It has sensing technology built in, so it'll monitor the load on the blade, on the motor, turning the blade, and it'll ensure that you have a consistent surface footage going through there for really consistent running of those parts. Interesting comment. Somebody just said, hey man, the bandsaw needs the chamfer device.
Yeah, so
that's a pretty cool idea.
That is a great idea.
So right on. That's something else. That's why we love communicating with you guys. That's where we get ideas. We think we know everything, but we know we don't, and that's why we need the input from you guys. Yeah, simple chip auger system for here.
Can the
this is a
bandsaw cut
really,
angles?
what's that?
Can the bandsaw cut angles?
No. No. Yes, saw blades offered by Haas Tooling? Absolutely.
Nice.
We'll have those available as well. No, no angles. So let's.
Should we take a look at
slide
that
around.
long kind of conveyor thing on the
Yeah,
back there? We can really
exactly.
see. Yep.
Lead the way. The marketing guys always putting stuff in our way.
I did that. Yeah, just to give you an idea of just the
Bandsaw
size of the
cut,
material you could put
any
in
of your
here.
steels, aluminums, plastics. All depends on what bandsaw blade you run in that machine, feeds the speeds. But you can program this for full automatic operation or just manual operations. If you got to do a quick cut, that user interface really makes this thing super simple and a dream to use. Real straightforward, super robust construction. We're really happy with this thing. It's quiet, it's compact, it's got a good overall operating technique. So your chip auger, you can actually adjust the speed depending on the type of chips, how you want to get them out of here. Really, really happy with this device. This has probably been the one that has most interest from people.
Yeah.
Then probably number two is this air compressor. Because here, take your wide shot and then come in close and see if you can hear it running. This machine is actually running all the machines that we have in this section of the booth. So this is a rotary screw compressor. This is a variable speed motor. This has a dryer built in. Every shop needs one of these. Why not buy it from Haas? Why not buy it from your local Haas factory outlet? That's running right now.
Yeah.
Now you can hear it winding down with that variable speed. The demand isn't high on it right now. So cuts down on your energy consumption.
Great. Should we take a walk to the Haas tooling area?
Yeah, let's make sure I can put it back together. Hey, look at that. Even a dumb sales guy can put it back together. So that's all of the machines that we have. Lots and lots of new products in here, lots of refinement, lots of updating, lots of what we like to call it evolution of the product.
We got to walk by the F1 car.
Oh, that's where we're
Take
going
a
to head.
peek.
This
Nice.
is your chance to do some super swoopy camera
All right,
moves,
here
so
we go.
at it.
Let's go gimbal.
Frank's in his element right now, guys. Let's see what he does.
Gimbal mode.
I think this is the car from 2 years ago. This is one of Nico's car, but this is an actually raced car.
Yeah, awesome.
I haven't seen, today's Friday. I didn't hear how we did in practice.
Come out to
I'm
Chicago.
sure somebody will tell us in
Get
the
a
comments.
selfie
Tell
with
us
the
how we
F1
did in
car.
practice. Okay, enough of the car. We got to sell machines to pay for the car. Rotary products. Again, what started us off, what started with the simple HA5C indexer, then expanded into standard rotary tables, now dual axis tables, smaller footprint tables. Just, we don't forget about what got us started, and these rotary products are key to that. A lot of different pallets, pneumatic clamping that you can build into here so that you've got the 0-point system that's clamping you down for quick changeover. If you've got some type of need for a quick changeover, we've got some form of a solution here for you. Now let's go back up through these products. So now we're in the, once again, you just showed the whole Haas tooling area. So last IMTS 2 years ago, we had two tables, and mainly end mills, carbide inserts, tool holders, pull studs, some vices. Now it's expanded to more and more of the shop needs. So let's come back over here. Something new for IMTS is a shop floor CMM. Again, just see a lot of need that people have for just a simple, easy to use CMM on the shop floor. So this one, $49,995. Let's see if we, hey, why don't you lean into Anton? Let me get your mic and listen to him. Just pan around to him. No. Hey, I'm in control here. Keep talking to these guys. Don't chase them off. We just want to listen.
All right. Right, so this is our new shop floor CMM, right?
Thanks,
It has
guys.
linear bearings instead of air bearings, so it's more tolerant to the shop floor environment.
Yeah.
We've got the full Renishaw control package on it. So we've got the Renishaw scales, Renishaw probe and probe head, and Renishaw brains down there. The software it comes with right now is CAPS DMIS. You get a full perpetual license of the software, right? So you get the software with the machine. There's no annual renewal fee just to use the software.
Yeah.
So the Renishaw controller, though, we're leaving it open. So if you have different software that you're already used or already familiar with, you can put it on the computer as long as it works with the Renishaw software, or the Renishaw control box, which is most of the software out there.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thanks, guys. So we got an update from, what was this? Big JRG told us that Hulkenberg finished 8th and Burmese finished 10th in FP2, so that's pretty cool.
All right.
See
Nice.
who it was. No, we're not showing that. Okay, so what else do we have? I say we put Neil on the spot.
Okay, Neil.
Give me your mic back. Neil, sell us some presetters and heat shrinks.
All right, here are the two Haas heat shrink machines. We have a tabletop version that's air cooled, and we have a larger shop floor version that has a coolant tank down below. The main differences between these are going to be on the cooling cycle. You can heat out your tools, let's say around 15 seconds, but on this guy, your cooling time is going to be a little over 5 minutes to get to hand to the touch. But in this guy, you can have tools in and out and back in your machine within under 2 minutes per tool. You go ahead and drop the tool in here, and then after your heating cycle, they'll drop it down, pre-cool it with air, and then it's going to dump coolant on it. It's nothing special, it's just your standard machine coolant. And then it'll pop it back up, hit it with a dry cycle, and then it'll be good to grab and put right back in your machine.
Nice.
Get you up and running really fast. And each of these machines, when you buy them, you get a mix and match 10 up to 10 shrink fit tool holders.
Look at the price here, $14,995 for the 450.
And that comes with the cabinet that it's sitting on and an extra tool tray, along with 10 of your tool holders. You want 10 of the same size? It's perfectly fine.
Thank you, Neil.
Are we done?
Oh,
Okay.
I just did the heat
Did you
shrinks.
sell any yet? Oh, you're doing the heat shrinks?
I just did the heat shrinks. So I could do the
Oh, yeah,
presetters.
yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. If you have a lot of tools and you want to get, you have a lot of jobs, multiple machines, you're going to want to look at getting a tool presetter to cut down on tool setup time. So while your machine is running, you can go ahead and load up your tools and get all your X and Z offsets for your next job. This is our standard unit. We have two new units here. The main differences on these units is you're going to have an air brake. It's a little bit more sturdy, a little bit faster and easier to use. And then we actually have a pull stud in this machine that'll suck the tool holder down and has a little bit more repeatability, easier to use.
Do you have a spec on accuracy for these machines at all, Neil?
Yep, so these are accurate to about a micron.
Okay.
And there's 3 ways you can get the tool offsets from these machines into your Haas machine. You can, if all your machines are on Haas network, you can put all your offsets on a folder and then just import them over the internet. Put a USB in the side, upload your offsets, and then boom, send to the side of the control. Or they'll spit out these QR codes. You can physically tag your tools and then just scan them straight into the Haas control.
That little printer is down there, little demo printer. Right.
So if you have a cabinet full of tools they haven't seen in a while, but they're already tagged, you can go just grab, scan them straight into your machine.
All right, cool. Thanks, Neil. So Frank, let's come over to this section and talk about Winner Circle. So this is our Winner Circle corner. Again, we want to make it easy for you guys to get tooling. We want to make it affordable. So we put together a Winner Circle program. So right now, we're $50 a year. Joining the Winner Circle gets you overnight shipping on everything that is below, oh, I forgot. That sounds bad. I know the Winner Circle is the expedited shipping for everything that's $49 and over. That's right, drops it down from $99. Boy, this has really messed me up all of a sudden. I'm all out of sorts.
Free shipping on all orders over $49.
Correct. Also, you get 5% off any of the pricing we have, even the special pricing. As you spend throughout the year to $10, $25, and $50,000, that discount increases from 5%, 6%, 7%, all the way up to 8%. And think of it like a airline miles program. Once you reach these different levels, when you renew into your next year, you're going to start off at that savings level. And again, this discount is on top of the already everyday low prices we've got, plus whatever specials we might be running. And that's if you buy the tooling online or if you buy it through your local Haas factory outlet. Then here at the show, we're also running a giveaway for those every day, this $5,000 tooling package.
So earlier in the stream I mentioned the mega kit, sorry about that, but this is essentially a version of what you might get if you come to the show. And
This is what we're raffling off every day. We've already done 4 of these. We got 1 more to go today. But now, if we swing around behind us, this is our inspection lineup of tools, and I'm going to turn it over to Sergio.
Hey, good morning, guys. So yeah, we have the.
I love it.
Yeah, oh yeah, ready to go. Yeah, so this is our metrology table here that we have at IMTS 2024. So I'm gonna go a little bit through everything just to get you guys a run through of what we have here at the show. So the first thing we have is the 7-piece Haas precision measuring kit. So this kit right here is very popular amongst schools. Great for new machinists trying to get into the career game. It comes with a mag base, a 1, 2, 3 block, a rule, 6-inch caliper, 0 to 1 mic, a stopper, the indicator, 5/10 indicator with the little attachments for your holders, and another 1, 2, 3 block. So this is great. Like I mentioned, it's great for the schools. People love it, and it's been selling pretty well. Next, we have pin gauges right here. So we have our different ranges available on our website. We have inch and metric, different ranges of diameter. So this kit in particular is about 251, and it goes all the way to about 1/2 inch. We do sell pin gauge handles, so this is gonna help you guys with your go no go needs. Don't make any mistakes when you're doing your quality control and all that good stuff.
Do we have depth mics?
We do have depth mics. Yeah, that's gonna be down there. We'll get to it. Yeah, we do have depth mics. We'll get to it very shortly. Yeah, we do have the smaller gauges. And the smaller gauges, we have them in little vials. That way you can keep track of them. And I will warn you guys, they are very sharp. They do hurt. So, and I have lost one. I've lost the smallest size diameter pin. Very easy to lose, but we also give you that little vial to help you out with that. We have gauge blocks next. So right here, we have our grade 0 and grade 1. Grade 0 being your high precision calibration gauge blocks. So those are more for your quality control labs when you're calibrating your tools.
You gotta put two together like what we're standing here. Like
Oh yeah. Ringing them together.
There you go.
There we go. Yep.
YouTube is happy.
Confirmed. Yeah. So that's our grade 0 right here. We have our grade 1. We have different sets available for smaller pieces. I believe this is a 36-piece set right here. And for the inch ones, we have it goes up to 81-piece sets. Nice. We also have angle gauge blocks right here. So if you need to measure angles, we have those that you can stack together. Cool. Carry that up. We do have threaded plug and ring gauges. So we do have 7-piece sets that you could buy for your ring gauges. We also have them available for your plug gauge sets. And these are available for purchase for individuals. They do come with a spec sheet pretty much claiming what the diameters are, pitch circle diameters. So we provide those specs for you. Everything is also available on the website. We do have our hand measuring gauges. We call them comparative measuring gauges. So we have for measuring radiuses, small hole gauges, drill angle gauges, specialty stuff. So we have like for measuring Acme thread gauges, which is pretty common. It sells very well. And if you want to get old school with it, we have the wiring. What is it? The three wire measuring method, which we provide all the specs for that you need to pretty much measure your your pitch. Make sure you're within tolerance there. We got setup blocks. We got 1, 2, 3 blocks. So we have tolerances of 1/10 per 1 inch, and we also have 3/10 per 1 inch. Inch and metrics available 25, 50, 75. Edge finders. So we have mechanicals. We'll go through a little quicker. Mechanicals. We have electronic ones. So these guys beep very clear. Show you guys right here. Beeping. We got pro kits. So all you guys out there, Haas guys, got whip systems that you could use. It makes it easy to calibrate. Has your gauge length and diameters available. And magnetic ring gauges, so you don't have to worry about clamping down your ring gauge when trying to calibrate your machine. We made it easy for you. We have V-blocks. We have magnetic. We have the clamping systems, standard V-blocks, granites right here. They come in nice little cases like this, or just available alone like that. If we wrap around, we got calipers right here. We got options. We have 4 different options for dial. Goes from 4 to 12. We have different styles of digital, standard 6-inch outer necks, depths, tube calipers, and different styles to measure different geometries. Somebody did mention the depth measuring gauges. Yes, we do carry those. These are for your 6 inches right here. They come in whole little boxes like this with different measuring rods. So you just take it out, set your zeros, and you could use those along with the gauge blocks to get your calibrations right. Different micrometers. This is our biggest section here at the measuring and inspection section at Haas. So we got micrometers. We have all the different blocks you could use. Board gauges. So we have standard analog 3-point, digital, standard dials, and we have high precision dials that measure 10th graduations. Height gauges. So we have your standard dials as well. I believe we go from 12, 20 to 24, and we carry the same ranges for your digital 12, 20, 24. Next, we have the indicator accessories, and yes, you could use these to attach to your height gauge. We have dovetails, we have diameters, all of that is posted on the specs on the website. We have different, articulating arms, the standard bases, magnetic. We have dial test indicator kits, so that comes with the holders, the little dovetail attachments, and a little stand, so different variations, whatever you need. Granted, comparator stands, different sizes are also available. We do provide the diameters, so you know exactly what you need. And drop indicators, we have those as well. Dials, we have digital. You can set your go, no-goes with your tolerances on there. And tool holder check stations as well. So we got a little bit of everything, got plenty of variety for you guys. Check it out, measuring and inspection section at haastooling.com.
That was a great rundown, Sergio.
Awesome, Sergio. Why don't we pass this over to Brad?
The last day of the show?
No, we have one more day tomorrow. Okay. Then you get to go home. Then you're released.
Sweet.
All right, Brad, take us through this.
Awesome, guys. So you just checked out the inspection tools. We're going to go look through our lathe tooling right now. Right now we have a tooling sale for IMTS. We have up to 50% off on our tooling. So all the prices listed here are all starting prices that are not the sale. So this is just standard pricing. We have live centers here for your lathe. We got lathe jaws and boring rings to help you machine out your jaws to your specific, your part specifications that you might need for your project. Next up here, we have the quick change collets. The quick change collets allow you to adjust the size of the stock that your lathe can take almost instantly compared to the having to set up your jaws perfectly. These fit onto the A26 and A25 spindles currently. Next up, we have one of our new products. So you guys might not have seen this one if you're a normal Haas tooling user. These are the bar pullers. So you just throw that up in your lathe tool and come up to your bar with it, and it'll pick it up and pull it away. So we have this attachment here for the smaller bars, and these guys can go on there for your larger bars.
Great.
Yeah, about a little over 4 inches is the max capacity for that bar puller. Here we have our live tooling. We have 90 degree and your straight tooling, and we have your duty cycles posted online for you guys, and anything you might need to use this equipment in your shop. Next up, we have our lathe bushing and reduction sleeves. So these guys will fit in your tool holders, just like that. And I don't have that last one undone, or else it'll fit in there deeper. But allows you to reduce your size of your tool if your shank's variable. We have BMT tooling in 45, 65, and 75, and we also offer half indexing. Twin holders, a little bit of everything, whatever you might need. And we have BOT also. BOT.
We got a question in the chat about
Yes.
the quick change system.
Yes.
How does it compare to this system that people might be more familiar with, the Royals?
Of course, it's very close to the Royals, almost identical. And if you check out the pricing, it's a lot more competitive.
Yeah.
So, but
functions
it
very similarly.
function exactly like the Royal. I've had customers tell me that they fit these collets in Royal chucks.
Right.
So,
Exactly.
so yeah, this is the Haas by Auto Grip.
Going back here, we have some turning holders, BOT.
Oh yeah, BOT, offer all the different BOT sizes that come in our machines. Our TLCL tool holders. These are relatively new also. We have micro turning tools. It says on our sign here it can cut minimum bores of about 1/8 of an inch. So those guys are sweet. On the other side we have our typical boring bars, a bunch of different sizes. We're showing off the catalog today. A bunch of different sizes turning holders as well. And
Variety
then
of threading tools.
exactly all our
Cutoff
threading
tools.
stuff. This is our cutoff tool blade. You can just pop your insert on off with a wrench here. More threading stuff, different applications of threading, covered. Your cutoff and grooving stuff. Yeah, any grooves, threads, we got that covered. Broaching, this is a cool one.
Yeah,
So,
this is a new feature. Essentially, we started adding broaching.
so you start with a pre-drill hole that's a little bit bigger. You see that right
Yes, I
there?
can.
It's a little bit bigger than the actual hex that you're broaching, and then you'd come in with one of our VPS templates, and you can broach that out slowly until you get your hex that you need.
Customers do
And-
love those templates. They make it really easy.
Yeah, those templates really make it easy, and then so we have square, hex, and keyway, and we have external keyway as well.
Very cool.
And right over here, I'll grab this real quick, hop the line. We got the mill broaching holder. So we also have VPS templates for your mill to broach your, same thing, your hex, your square, your keyway, and your mill.
And videos to help you figure out how to do it.
Oh, yeah.
On YouTube channel. We'll walk you through the whole process.
All of our different indexable drills. We got the indexables, the modular, and the spade drills. They can drill some big holes. We go up to some pretty big sizes on these. And yeah, all indexables, center drills, spot drills. We have long reach and shorter reach spot drills.
Awesome.
This is all our hole making section right here. We got our reamers, our thread mills, our carbide drills, and our Cobot drills. These Cobot drills, great value. Perfect to run in your shop, especially the kits for a size you might not be used to or a size you need real quick. Having these kits on hand is great. Right here, our kits is one of the things that stands out in Haas tooling by selling everything you might need for a job in a really affordable price. Our tap drill kits here come with the jobber drills you need for the job, come with a spiral flute tap and a straight flute tap for your blind or through holes, and in whatever certain dimension you want. Here we are showing off the quarter 20s and a couple other things.
Yeah, really just a variety of drills, and we pretty much, the Haas tooling library has grown. Every year we're adding more tools. So thanks for that rundown, Bradley. That was great.
Of course. Thank you guys.
All right, awesome. Thanks, Brad. So next, to finish off the last of the tooling, back by popular demand, we got Alex back to help us finish up here.
Oh, yeah. Making a comeback.
So there you go. And get super creepy and get into your pockets.
Go for it.
All right.
All right.
Take us through the last of the tooling, Alex.
All right, guys. It's the last of our table over here. We have a selection of carbide cutting tools. So a bunch of end mills, high-speed steel roughen end mills, profiling ball end mills, gigantic corner rounder.
Yeah, look at that thing.
Look at that thing. If you need it, you need it.
Yep.
Engravers, dovetails, key cutters, chamfer tools, indexable end mills, indexable chamfer tools, indexable dovetail cutters, indexable ball mill cutters.
Are you just trying to read the cards as fast as you can?
Yes.
Okay.
That is exactly what's happening. Shell mills, face mills, and then
I think these are worth a quick story though, because this is what started it all off. So a couple of years ago, looking at our tooling spend, and quite frankly, Gene was like, why are we spending so much money on tooling? This is insane. We had, I think it was upwards of almost 10,000 part numbers. And why can't we find a better insert? Why can't we find a more affordable insert? We found it. We started with these guys, and then it was a simple, why can't we sell this to our customers? And it's just exploded from there. But these ones I think are the first product.
there you go.
Kind of started it all.
That's what started it all, guys. And then as well as all of our indexable kits So these are all 40 taper, tool holder, pull stud, shell mill, inserts, all included. Super great way to get into a tool. Boring systems, so high precision holes. Mill broaching holders, put keys, slots, hexes, anything you want on a VMC now. Our 3D manual touch sensing probe. So if you don't have whips, slightly easier than using the edge finder, definitely faster.
It's awesome.
Thing rips. Hydraulic tool holder and hydraulic collets, really good clamping force. If you're not willing to make the jump to heat shrink yet, that's a solid option you should look into. And then on the far end of this table over here, panning right, we have our collection of 40 taper tool holders. So keyless drill chucks, milling chucks, ER collet chucks of every size, flavor, and length. ER collets, the pull studs, the wrenches. Get yourself a kit with a new machine, get it stacked with all the holders. This is our tool cart when you're moving stuff from your tool crib to your machine or machine to machine, plop them in there. Great, I love this thing, I use it every day. Over here, our FAR table. Yep, can't forget this table. Bunch of our shop accessories, so we have our deburring wheels, manual deburring tools. Yeah, everything you need to have. All the little consumable products, sandpaper, Scotch-Brite, you know you're polishing, deburring parts all the time. And then some machine maintenance equipment on this far side. So our coolant refractometers, spindle taper cleaners for both the spindle itself and the tool holders, test bars for checking your kinematics and geometry.
I think it's worth pointing out that these test bars, the level, are the same ones that the Haas factory outlets use.
Yeah.
And we've just made them available to customers as well.
Yep, these are the ones we're using every day. So when you got the real grimy tool holders as well, we got the automatic polisher here. It'll rip through all that rust, built up gunk and junk from the stuff that's been sitting in the closet for forever that you finally need again. And as well, all the assembly tools, specific pull stud wrenches, fixturing for your tool holders, collet nut wrenches, even got these fancy little torque inserts for your inserts and your indexables.
Great.
And of course, every machine has one of these hanging on it. Yours is probably trashed and disgusting. Get a new one, check them out. All right, one more side of the table left. Tombstone for a 5th axis. Go ahead and triple your output in one setup with this guy. It's pretty sweet. All our little rotary accessories, small vices, big vices, soft jaws, little jeweler's vices. And then some of my favorite stuff to use, all the little Mighty Bite fixture plates for when you're doing like the high density work holding stuff and really getting innovative with your fixturing. Parallels, part stops, vices. And again, yeah, this is all the stuff we use in our shop.
Exactly.
So the Haas Kurt vise, beautiful. 2 different sets of vices right here, the classic bolt-on jaws, and then their new carve lock system here. So just loosen these set screws, undovetail it, a little faster, a little easier. Then again, more soft jaws, all your little strap clamps. And then these little special castings over here, throw a 3-jaw chuck on your VMC, makes it super easy to hold round stuff.
Great. Thanks for that rundown, Alex.
Yep.
Okay, so that's it for our booth. Seen all the new machines. We've had the new, all the new products, all the updates, the automation, all of the tooling, everything that we've got. Really appreciate you guys taking the time to be with us today. If you've got any other questions, reach out to us online. Reach out to your Haas factory outlet. We're here to help and support you, and have a good day. Thanks.